Okay guys, it's your boy Sol. Today what I'm gonna show you the product that I put in our Q2 product build for the year 2026. And that is literally becoming to reality right now, which is the rental right to act on 1st of May 2026. But it's the compliant, but I didn't just know the law is coming, I just know for the fact it's gonna happen because we do our research about it. So we are gonna ship this product literally 1st of May is actually the day the rental right docs needs to take in place. So I think it's a great time to actually put that product out there. So we're currently working on the product. Obviously, as you can see here, that was the plan for the year. So we're gonna build the scale to freedom, and then obviously it's called the rental right documents here. So that was the plan for Q2, but obviously I'm just gonna work you through on the knowledge behind this whole thing, how it's gonna work, where it is, and so on. So we can see here Rental Right Act 2025 is when the thing discussed, but it's gonna be enforced from the 1st of May 2026, literally next month. And that is under section 21 abolished. So agents separately liable, and if they don't do this rental right thing with the tenants and so on, missing one application fine that can go up to 20,000. If they miss it few times, they're gonna be getting up to 40,000 pounds for each single application they miss that didn't get the rental right act on. So, and I feel like that is going to be like a lot of manual work, more manual work for state agencies in the UK. So you see here the problem, about 40,000 letting agent in England, about 45 to 90 minutes per application on manually document checks. They're gonna miss recheck date, no audit trail, fine risk every day. This is adding more bottleneck to these people businesses already. So if you're an estate agent or a letting agent, honestly, like, it's something that you have no choice. Like, you have to act on this, otherwise you'll be getting fined of to 20,000 pound. Miss few more, you're getting fined of 40,000. You don't want to risk all your commission. So the extra time that you trying to put onto here, that's exactly what we're saving you guys to give you that time back here. So instead of you trying to do this manually every single application, which is going to cost you more than 90 minutes probably because you're busy, and then you manually have to be checking each one of these documents when they're due to expire and so on, because you need to make sure you're actually doing it. No audit trail, you literally sat on a fine risk every single day. The logic is simple on what we're doing with this automation. Obviously this is the automation, but going through this will make any sense to you because this is the technical side of things. This is what will make sense to you. So what happened here, the trigger will be new tenants application received, meaning someone request application to let a property from you. That can either be via a form that they will need to complete before they go ahead. That can either be you have that they are manually entered into a CRM, or they sent you an email or webhook, whatever. But what we're doing here, the tenant's application will receive via a teleform. So this form will be a teleform, and the information will automatically go stored into your current CRM. First, we're just saving you from manually data entry, so you don't have to manually enter those data. But the moment we have the trigger, which is filling the form, stage one will be here, the document request. So the Airtable request, the Airtable record will create instantly application, get secured, upload link via email or SMS. So what happened when they fill this form, we will have the information stored onto so we have the CRM here. So the information will come upon here from the form that they fill in and so on, with all the document that they're gonna upload, etc. So that will be the first stage. So we receive that data from the form, automatically add that data into your CRM so you don't manually enter data. And then obviously we have the second stage, the works that you were gonna put onto here to check this information manually and compare it to the documents here. We bridging that gap by implementing an AI agent that can actually read documents and understand what that document type is and all the cool things, the expire date and so on. So the AI document check, the document image sent to a cloud API. So in make.com, we don't use cloud, instead we're using make AI agent. So the document information from the CRM will be sent to this agent here. What it's doing is basically understanding, okay, what is the document type, what's the expired date, and then it's gonna list them on the A or B based on what document it is and so on. And then obviously it's gonna follow up with this applicant if it's needed and so on. So I feel like that is a great thing here, because you're going to manually check this document for each application. It's going to take you a shit ton of hours because people will be sending different documents. It might be share code, it might be passport, it might be BRP, and so on. So we put in an agent in place that can actually understand what kind of document it is and extract the information that you will need from there, such as the expiry date and so on. And then obviously, once the AI agent check the document type, now we put in a router. What did the AI find? So based on the document on here, what did the AI agent find from that document? That is the router basically. So we're giving it, if this happened, go here. If that happened, go here. If that happened, go here. So the knowledge is all within the agent. So the AI agent is making this decision. You're not making that decision on yourself. So the router here, basically we have three routers. One is uncleared, because people will sometimes submit a document that is not fully cleared. So if the agent cannot read the document, obviously it's going to take this router here, where it's going to notify you as a letting agent to say you have to manually go review this document here. Airtable task will be created, agent alert by SMS, 24-hour action window, document attached for the review. So the document this customer sent in, which is this document, you're gonna get a message if the document is unclear to say, hi, look, Solomon, you need to go review this document in the Airtable file. Here is the document type, go have a manually review on there. So if you need to then manually follow up with these people, you can go ahead. But anything that's happening before that stage, you have that time back to yourself to do the meaningful things that you want to do. That is the goal, to not add more work on top of what you're already doing with this new rule. And then also what we got here is the second router here, the failed router. So if they upload a document that is not in any of these documents that we're making sure they upload to check the rental right, if it's not in any of these, like visa, BRP, pre-sale status, or order and so on, if it's not in any of these here, obviously that will be failed. Again, the Airtable record will be updated to say a rejection email will be sent to the customer to say why the reason happened and so on, why they failed, why the document failed basically. So that the detail will be logged into the Airtable, and obviously you as the agent, you will be getting notified straight away to see there is a there is a document that failed basically, so you can take the next action that you need to take from there. Obviously, if they pass the check, so if the AI agent check everything, the document type, you confirm the expiry date, and you know what type of document it is and so on, that is a pass. So if they pass here, obviously we're gonna then go to our next router where the Airtable will be updated, and then the AI agent will automatically send them a document, DocuSign trigger automatically, tenants agreement sent for e-signature, audit log, timestamp, agent notified by SMS. So basically what this does is this: they now pass the check, the AI agent does. They're gonna go into a router where they will receive a DocuSign link with your tenant agreement document. All the information will be play on there, such as the name, the property address, the tenant start date, and all that cool things there. So they will be getting the document to sign that document with all the information on there, without you manually going through checking this document, deciding what to do, and then sending them the e-signature document for the tenants agreement and so on. So those are all things that we helping you save the time on here. Obviously, each one of these works here, once they're done, they're all going back to the audit dashboard. So every check log, the time that the document was completed, or the time the check that happened, or the day the document landed, everything will be showing on the account here. So you'll have a dashboard with this as well. And then obviously ready for the console inspection, and zero manually filling. So you basically have zero manually filling, but everything will be back into the same CRM here. And obviously, if they pass the route, we have one more thing here: follow-up schedule. If list B docs, if list B document, time limited permission, recheck date, show it in Airtable, make the schedule, future trigger, agent reminded automatically, applicant recheck on due date. So because a lot of people they will have the document, but all your document have an expiry date. So without you trying to go through your CRM or your system to figure out who needs to get a follow-up because the document is about to expire, we giving the agent that logic on the B, on the list B, where it can actually know who needs to get notified based on when the expiry date might be for this document and so on. Think about this. This is just like time saving, like in my understanding, because this is starting like literally in few days, and trying to like get your team to get onto all the applicants that you have, or anyone that is gonna come in future, to just go through this process. You're just adding more work. but you have the opportunity now to actually automate some of those work where you have human in loop to like actually review some of the things that needs human reviews and so on. You're not changing any process, you're just adding a speed into your current process to make sure you don't get fined up to 40,000. Think about it. So obviously the result is simple. Agent time for clean pass 0 minute, full compliance on every tenant, audit trail built automatically, you avoid fine, and obviously you or Sophia only action edge cases. So I just put that random name. And obviously this is the product idea. Obviously this information are not realistic yet, but to set up that product, we're looking to set it up anywhere between 1,500 to 3,000, because we know if we're trying to help you save a fine of 20,000, the risk on investing a product or a system that can actually help you avoid that 20,000 for good, investing like anywhere between 1,000 to even 5,000, compare that ROI to the risk that you're putting on the line without this in there. So you do the own logic on there, but that is just the flow that I just thought I put it out here because this is taking in place. We currently work on this product. Last night we started because it's our Q2 product, as you could see on the goals that we have for Q2 here. So that was the product idea, adding on top of what we already have, because we already have our ghost list reviver, which is the one that we built for Q1. This is doing really good, and obviously adding this on top of what we already have, ghost list reviver, potentially reaching out to your old people that reach out to you for a letting but you didn't get the time to reach out to these people. This system can reach out to them once they actually get to the stage where they need to check the compliance side of things. You have another system from the same 99 to AI that helping you cover that side as well. So I feel like it's great way to have all these products together. If you want to add one more, you can also add our inbound revenue agent. It's literally a framework where we only providing you a high quality leads, qualified leads. You don't do anything, you only get notified when the leads are actually like ready to invest into your services, but anything before that you don't do anything. So that is our inbound revenue agent, and I feel like everyone needs that. Like, it's either you have zero latency to reach out to leads when they respond to you within 5 minutes or even less, or you have a system in place that can actually reach out to these people on your behalf instantly. So that is that, guys. So if you found this video useful, honestly leave a comment on there if you want to know more about it. I'll try to add one more video on here, probably ghost list revival, if you want to watch on how that product works. Watch this video. If you want to see the behind the scene of what we did in Q1, watch this other video here. So let's get to it. On anything, I'll leave my calendar link on there. You can book a call with myself. Let's have a conversation on how we can implement the compliant bots into your business right away.